Hey everyone, so today, if you hear some weird noise, it's because somebody's TV is on really loud, but I am going to film this video no matter what. So, how to be a go-getter. This is a bit of a rant and a bit of a talk because I'll read it to you on my phone here. I read this article the other day and it got me, I don't know, into one of these modes, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a chit-chat time video out of this. And I'm going to give you my opinion on this subject. So, it says here, how to stop being a go-getter and start being how to stop being a no-getter and start being a go-getter. And it says here, I recently read an article that said 70% of American workers were checked out during their working day. Totally been there, done that. 7 out of every 10 American workers actively hate their job. And then it states the steps of how to be a go-getter. So step number 1, stop trading your time for money, which honestly I completely agree with. Everybody needs a paycheck, everybody needs to make money, but when you're sitting at a job and you're collecting a paycheck and you're just there stagnant and your ideas and your creativity is just like, blah, and you're not going anywhere and you're not learning anything from your job on top of that and you're just there to collect a paycheck, I know it's necessary, but sometimes people need to take a risk because you aren't going to get wealthy working for somebody else. You know, a job is just a means to an end. It's not a way for you to, you know, you're still working for somebody else. You're not your own boss. You're not going to get ahead. You're just going to collect that steady paycheck and that's it. And if you're okay with that, fine, good, be okay with that. But there's some people out there that are not okay with that. So I completely agree with this statement. Then it says step number 2, ignore the naysayers. Most people aren't go-getters, so how do you convince no-getters of your plans? I get this, yes, because most people are going to say like, oh, you know what, you can't do that because you're not good enough. Or if you're not good enough, that's just too much work and you just don't have it in you and it's too hard or it's impossible or all these like things that block your way and tell you, oh no, you should stay at that job or you should stay in that place because you can't do anything else with your life. I agree with that. Step 3, ignore the hard times. As an entrepreneur, you'll have a new friend that maybe you didn't have before and his name is anxiety. Yes, I have been there. I know what that is. Waiting to make money can make you very anxious, and it's true. You're taking a risk. You're taking a big risk, and it might not always work out, but you need to try and try and try and try again and try your most. And then if it really doesn't work out, because we need to be realistic here, you can always, that job is always going to be waiting for you. You can always get yourself a shitty job somewhere, you know? So I get that. You kind of have to put that on the back burner and give yourself some time to succeed. And I don't mean 3 months or 6 months. You know, you need to give yourself some real, like, tangible time to succeed. You know, things don't happen overnight, so I agree with that. Step 4, start consuming and start producing. Stop consuming and start producing, which is true. I mean, I get that. Instead of spending, or trying to invest in something, start producing or doing something that you think that you're producing that's going to get you somewhere. And then step 5, stop begging and start learning. I agree with this as well. You know, you need to stop begging people to help you, begging for this, begging for that. You know, at the end of the day, you only have yourself, and you are the only one that's going to get ahead. So you just need to start learning things instead of asking people to do things. We have the internet. There are 1,000,001 things on the internet that can teach you whatever you need to learn. If you don't, go get a book. There's some book out there. There's some video out there. There's something out there that's going to show you the way. So I agree with that. There's some other things that I don't agree with, which I will say is like, what is a go-getter? Let's face it, some people don't want to be go-getters. Some people out there, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we must accept those people that just want to sit on the couch and watch TV and go to their job and come home, and that's it. That's it. And there's some people also that are happy enough having their family, their friends, their regular job, their 9 to 5, coming home, you know, eventually when they get retired, years down the line, they'll get retired, and their life is fulfilled by that, and that is fine. You don't need to be a go-getter. Not everybody out there has to be a go-getter. Now, if you are somebody that's unhappy with your life, and you're sitting down, and you are just so frustrated about every single second, and you feel like you're suffocating, well then, get your ass up and do something about it. Stop whining and stop complaining, and don't get me wrong, motivation is hard to come by, determination is hard to come by, but the way to combat that is every single step that you're taking every single moment, you need to remember why it was that you started. Just pass your history and say, oh, okay, I remember that and that and that and that. Okay, no, I need to keep going. Oh, okay, no, I need to keep going. And you also have to remember that there are going to be a lot of small failures along the way, because it's going to go like this. So until you succeed in whatever it is that you want, you need to be ready for those failures, and don't let those things get you down. And if they do get you down, give it a second, take it in, have a cry, whatever the hell you have to do, and then put your big girl pants on or your big boy pants on and keep going, because things do not happen overnight. And set a goal for yourself. Set a goal. Say, this is how much time I'm going to give myself, and this is what I'm going to do to give myself a shot. Let's say you want to start your own business and you're working a 9 to 5. Well, do both at the same time until you can actually quit your regular job to have your business. But you need to work every single second that you're not at that job, or even if you are, if it's one of those laid back jobs and you can like work your own work while you're at that job, do it. Go and do it, and be realistic, and don't say, oh, in 3 months, I'm gonna be rocking. In 6 months, I'm gonna be rocking. In a year, I'm gonna be rocking. No, because that is not the way it works. Give yourself like 3 years, 5 years. Give yourself this time frame and say, I am going to give it my all, my every little tiny bit of heart and soul. And if my desire does not happen in this 5 years, if I can't open my business, if my business isn't doing well, whatever it is that you want, because it can be anything, then you are entitled to say, you know what, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't want to, because that's fine too. If you don't want to give up and you can keep going, even better, and like high five to you. But if you do and you're tired and you're just like, I don't want to do this, you gave it your shot, which means you will not regret down the line. You won't regret your decision. And that is how to be a go-getter, if you want to be a go-getter. So I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you liked it, what you want to see next. Please give me a big thumbs up, like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, 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 please subscribe. And until next time, bye!